Howdy, howdy, everyone. How's it going tonight? Hope everyone had a lovely weekend. We are going to do a little something different. No Dead Space today. We're going to do some speed dating for Ghost. That has far less water in it than I thought it did. Figure Valentine's Day. We'll do something nice. I put on a nice shirt, you know. Do something a little different. But before we get into it, as always, I want to remind. What the hell's wrong with this? But as always, hold on a sec while I wait for my thing to reset. Everybody doing all right? There we go. All right. As always, I have these social medias. You can find me at TikTok for the videos, Instagram for the photos, or Twitter for the words. But if you want something easier, you can find an easily... God damn it. My little shortcut keys are not working. You need to sign into Twitch. I am signed into Twitch. My computer reset while I was at work, so everything's a little wonky. There we go. You can find me at those easily clickable links in the chat or down in the description below. Everything else working all right? God damn it. All right. What say we go ahead and get started? It helps if I'm on the correct computer. I love the little hand. Little hand, just a little skeleton hand. Oh, hello there. You must be here for the speed dating. My name's Fran. I run this little operation. I mean, I'm polite. Nice to meet you. You're a nice one. We get all kinds of ghosts here. Nice ones, sad ones. A few spooky customers. It gets lonely being a ghost. It has been pretty difficult. I imagine being a ghost would be a bit of a difficulty. It has. Wonderful. Let's get started. We've got 3 rooms set up, each with their own super fun themes. You pick one and sit at a table. Okay, makes sense. Doesn't it, though? Another ghost who also signed up sits across from you. You'll have a few minutes to get to know them, and then a bell rings, and you switch seats. A bell rings from somewhere. Just like that. In all, you'll meet 3 ghosts over 2 rounds, and at the end, you get to choose your favorite. If they liked you too, you go on a date. How's all that sound? I can't wait. We'll see. Can you say all that again? I definitely don't want to pick. Can you say all that again? We'll see. It'll be an experience at least. First things first, though. Digging the music. Choose your room. The room of palms, the room of liars, the room of black. Oh, that's fun. Go to Room of Liars. The Loom of Liars looks a bit like a conference hall. The kind you might see in an airport hotel. There was a meeting of regional managers here yesterday, followed by some couple's 65th anniversary in the evening. They left a few balloons behind. Worn plus stacking chairs are set on either side of the lacquered oak tables. In one corner, there are wine glasses and a metal pitcher of water, alongside a stainless steel urn for coffee. Jesus Christ, it sounds like an AA meeting. Ghosts don't need coffee. One particularly nervous ghost is holding a cup anyway. I mean, I guess aside from the wine glasses, even with just water, I feel like that would be a thing. Some habits never die. Yeah, I feel like if I was a ghost, I'd still, assuming I can, taste, I'd still, enjoy things. I say that I don't enjoy things now. The bell rings and a ghost appears. Oh, he's a shy little guy. Ah! A ghost! Oh, God! Sorry. Of course you're a ghost. We all are. I'm still not used to this whole being dead thing. I'm not used to it either. Nothing prepares you for this life, except this isn't life. Post life, I feel so lost. I used to have anxiety attacks. I'd focus on my breathing, listening to my heart beating. Now I can't breathe. I don't even have blood. What does that mean? I think it's pretty neat, not having blood. What? You're kidding, right? We are ghosts. Caught between life and death. Isn't that terrifying? It's not really. I mean, it's existential scary, not real scary. You're braver than me. When I was alive, I was so scared of ghosts. It started when I was little. A movie I saw. I pushed my bed against the wall, told my mom. I was so worried. It was so I wouldn't fall out. I couldn't sleep. Unless my back was against that wall. Why were you scared? I'd picture the worst ghost. Devils, dark entities. Hateful things floating in the dark. Hiding in mirrors. Watching. Standing behind me. And now I learn they were there. Everyone who told me that there was nothing to be afraid of, they were wrong. Ghosts are real, and I am one. It's not so bad. For you, maybe. I'd rather not become what I fear. You can be anything you want. Anxiety. I'm a spirit of anxiety. I might want to be anything else, but that's what I am. What about you? Are you afraid of ghosts? No. Why? How? Ghosts are just people. And you're not afraid of people? Not in that way. People aren't always good, you know. Give bad people ghost powers. You get spirits of greed, spirits of malice, spirits of talking in the cinema. Everything's the worst. Ah! The bell rings. Oh. That was just a bell. Phew. I guess we'll talk more in a bit. Wonder what the other ghosts are like. I like this music. Oh, this ghost is, too cool for me. Well, look what we have here. The ghost voice creaks like ancient wood. Not the take I read on it. The name's Spooky Peter. He tips his hat, my lady. Dust spills off the brim. How do you do? You seem ancient. My record of hauntings goes back as long as the door. Since the Black Death took me in 1665. Thought the plague was earlier. The Black Death comes in waves. Lingered for centuries. I was a doctor in London. I'm sticking with the accent. I knew I'd got it. The second the chills started, I was dead in days. Last great gasp of bubonic on the island. Some 68,000 went with me. Ever since then, I've been here spooking folks. Even been in books. Not always by name, mind you. But you can tell when it's me. The top hat. The fear. All hot and sick. Nobody spooks 'em like Spooky Peter. Are you the devil? I tried my best. Do you now? I guess I see it. The potential, I mean. Please don't neg me, Spooky Peter. I can help you with that. Teach me your spooky ways. Now, Spooky Peter doesn't just teach anybody. A rock has potential before you throw it through a window. What makes you any better? Turn milk into worms. What? I make unplugged stereos blast music. I can pull my face off. That sounds dope. Spooking like that may shock 'em, but there ain't no art to it. You go all the way. The living have nothing more to fear. And when they aren't spooked, what's the point? No. The spookiest spookings, that is a difficult thing to say. The stuff that eats at you, makes you doubt what you hear or see, makes you wonder what could be under that bed. It's never as spooky when you see what it is. So how's that for a lesson? Pretty basic. Hey now, gotta start somewhere. If a legendary spooking is what you're after, and Spooky Peter's gonna take you under his wing. I don't want to be under your wing, so to speak. You'll need a solid foundation. It's all about knowing your audience. A good spooking is in the details. Oh, thank God. The bell rings. The bell. It means we move on. I guess I'll be seeing you when I come back around. A thick layer of dust now covers the table. Another ghost appears. Oh, he's a little sharky guy. Hey, want to make some money? Excuse me? Maybe. What maybe? It's a yes or a no. How, though? Not so fast. Let me feel this out first. You could be a narc. I am not a narc. That's exactly what narcs say. I'm just fooling. No narc would dress like that. Do ghosts even need money? Technically, no. We don't buy things. But money buys something else now. Favors with the breathers. influence, information. The living always want the money. The living buy plenty. Name's Leon, by the way. I rob banks. Don't judge. Nice to meet you, Leon. Don't be making this personal. That's how I'm going to start answering when people say nice to meet you. Don't make it personal. We rob a bank together? That's it. No more contact. At least not for a couple months. How do we do this? What if I want to rob more, but I don't rob banks? What if I want to rob more? Whoa. Let's start with one. If it goes off without a hitch, then maybe we go serial. The problem with robbing banks? People see the robbers. But you can't see a ghostie. You can walk right in and float that money right on out. Genius, right? It's the perfect crime. There's no such thing. True facts. But nothing's for sure, is it? Except death. Seems to me that makes us uniquely qualified. Well, there's no harm in hearing him out. No harm at all. At the very least, it'll break up all the gloom in this room. Leon looks around at the other ghost. Yeesh. And that's the bell. Nuts. Time to switch seats. Don't worry. I'll be back. We got more to talk about. The second round begins. The other ghost. They were not as nice as you. Leon's just a creep. And Spooky Peter. That name is earned. Also, I think I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Kaio. Sorry. No need to be sorry. No need, sir. Still sorry, though. I am this ghost. This ghost is like... Ooh, I don't like this mirror. My anxiety gets the best of me. And social situations are tough. This one especially. Leon's a piece of work. Spooky Peter's been around, if you get what I mean. I think he's actually just dust. My rule, never trust anyone who wears a hat. Let's calm down with the bold proclamation of not trusting people with hats. The stuff he said to me, the hairs behind your neck know me. That is creepy. Best I hide in the corner of their eye. He's what I was afraid of as a kid. I'm dropping the accents. It's too difficult to keep them straight. He said I had potential. He said he's been in books. If he sees something in you, I'd worry. Go to a medium. Try to get rid of that something. I'm glad me and Anxiety Ghost are on the same page when it comes to Spooky Peter. That might be good advice. I'm not a confident person. But I'm rarely wrong. So you can stay away from him. You're not like these other ghosts. Speed date's going well then? At best dating, Ghost is fascinating. Everyone asks the same things. How did you die? What was your life like? If we were alive, the questions would be like, what kind of food do you like? What's your favorite movie? Dying doesn't make people more interesting. It's Videodrome, by the way. Alright, it's an interesting choice. I don't see how Videodrome could be anybody's favorite, but it's interesting. My favorite movie, I mean. Long live the new flesh. Ah, you know it. Sometimes I feel like a VCR. Obsolete. Out of date. No new stories to tell. What's funny is, as of a couple years ago, I know you could still buy brand new VHS tapes. Like, brand new, like, empty VHS tapes. Like, you can make new, like, if you have a VCR, you can record on VHS still, which is awesome. Realistically, I do think I have a VCR somewhere. It might be in my storage unit. I should play around with that. Maybe. Pardon me. Or we can just rewatch the old ones. You missed things the first time. So, do you want to hear how I died? If you want to talk about it. Might as well get it out of the way. I was in film. Oh my god, I am this ghost. Well, not that far. Dial back now. In debt, always pretty sad. Had good friends though. Was always studying. One weekend, they convinced me not to study. They said we should go to the lake instead. I couldn't swim. Never learned. You see where this is going? I drowned. That explains the goopiness. Everything went black and quiet. I woke up dead in a fancy box. Under 6 feet of dirt. How did you drown? First I was in a canoe. Then I was in water. Then I was in dirt. After I died, my spirit separated from my body, like it does for everyone. I fell right through my coffin, through my own body, down, 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 into the bedrock. It was so dark. What did you do? I seized up. Howdy, Sylvan. How are you tonight? How's your day going? I seized up. Oh, we dating. We got spooky dating. With the most adorable little pointer ever. Little skeleton hand. I seized up. That actually stopped me from falling. When I freaked out, it was like my whole body became spooky dating, best dating. I mean, you're not wrong. My whole body became corporeal. Not flesh, just like, you know, if you concentrate, you can still pick up objects like that. Except I was the object, and the earth was holding me. It was so quiet there. This anxiety ghost drowned, and it did not go well for him. Stuck in a solid rock. How long were you down there? It's hard to say. Yeah. So, this is an anxiety-ridden ghost who did film studies. It's like, oh, I'm this ghost. The only difference is I know how to swim. And I also am not afraid of ghosts. I didn't know much at that point. I didn't even know I had died, let alone what was happening, where I was. Drowning wasn't as bad as that. Listen, I'm sorry I've been such a downer. I promise I'm not always like this. I was thinking, maybe we could go out sometime. Somewhere quieter, maybe. With fewer loud bells and spooky Peters. Ralph, no more swimming. I swim very well. Like, I enjoy swimming. I never do it because I do not own a pool. But, like, or go places. But, like, I enjoy it. I'd like that. Yay. No more. Oh. Can't wait to do something with you. That isn't talking about myself. Sorry. Hey, Anxiety Ghost asked us out. Hot damn. See you after we're done. Now I'm gonna have to deal with Spooky Peter again, ain't I? Yep, Spooky Peter. My spooky protege returns. This is Spooky Peter. He old. What knowledge do you seek, protege? He's also kind of like pickup artisty. I don't like Spooky Peter. Protege? Like Dr. Ghost. Yeah, but he's douchey about it. I don't want to date somebody douchey about being a plague Dr. Ghost. I've done the rounds. Had a look at the crop. Only you have what is required. Yeah, the stuff. I made a reference to the movie The Stuff the other day to my brother before I swiftly realized like 8 people in the world have seen The Stuff. It's not a well-known movie. And really, I'm just an asshole for making the reference at that point. Nobody's seen it. It's not that good of a movie. Like, but I made that reference to my brother the other day, and it's just, I made a reference about it. I forget what the reference even was at this point. But, like, I was like, nobody's seen that movie. Why did I even bother? Now ask what needs asking. What spooky Peter? You killed anybody? You're not supposed to ask that of people. I didn't get a notification. I hate my computer. Oh no. Welcome in, Jagboo. How are you today? Jagboo's definitely not seen the movie The Stuff. I didn't get one either. What the hell? Why are you doing this to me? Twitch out here is just suppressing my views and shit. Ralph out here already married to a ghost. I actually did get asked out by a ghost already. It's because I have my fancy date shirt on. My hair all combed. What spooks? I don't care what spooks Spooky Peter. Oh, we got game. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I don't give a shit what spooks Spooky Peter. I don't like Spooky Peter. He reminds me of Mystery. We have no game if Ralph doesn't pick it. Alright, fine. We're going to learn what spooks Spooky Peter. Not much. Of course, that's the answer. Though I will say, I ain't so fond of Beast. Almost misread that. Okay. You're scared of animals? Beasts are all instinct. Oh my god. Spooky Peter read the game and that was it. He based his whole personality off that. Tangible. I can't spook a beast. You've never come at a dog wearing a hat. Like, it's easy to spook a beast. Ralph hates Spooky Peter. Like, have you ever seen a horse? Horses are terrified all the time. Just constantly of everything. Because of the way their vision's set up, they live in like a constant, like, hellscape. Not like a person. I take it you don't have a pet. Also, yeah, it's pretty easy to tell when I don't like something. I'm pretty deliberate about it. Never. And I steer clear of people who do. I have so many pets. Spooky folk like me. Next ghost we meet will be Chloe. No, the next ghost I kind of like. I don't want to date him, but like, I want to commit crimes with him. I think he has it figured out. Rely on a certain covertness. I understand it'll be Chloe. God damn it. Not Chloe. Be gay, do crimes. Exactly. Oh, no. That's not an innuendo. We were talking about robbing a bank. Like, I can't just be all clanging about, announcing myself. That's not so spooky. I don't know. Like, I feel like it'd be spooky as shit if, like, a ghost was just, like, bumbling its way through my home, knocking shit over, like a drunken, fat guy. Me. But, like, I feel like that would be pretty appropriate. They sent Spooky Peter. And you keep referring to yourself in the third person, my dude. Like, it's one of my favorite slogans. It's a good one. I like, Steph Sterling has Merce. And if I wore things with, like, logos or sayings on them, I would get one. But one of their t-shirts just says, the gays can do whatever they want. I kind of love it. They know I'm there. If I hide in the closet, they'll scritch and scratch at the door. What the hell is a scritch? Start yowling. Even run around in the dark. No, not nearly as good as Be Gay Do Crimes, but I do think it's, like, rather good. To wake the owners, I wager. It's trouble, let me tell you. A real impediment. As somebody who wheezes occasionally, I don't want to deal with somebody who wheezes. Something's rattling around in there. Tell me about the plague. Yeah, the gays is just kind of inherently funny. My favorite description of the gays is still referring to them as the Alphabet Mafia. I love that because it sounds way more organized. Although, who was it that was selling Pride merch one year? That, like, they had the gay agenda, and it was like, 7 a.m. wake up. This is not gays, though. I mean, true. It was like 7 a.m. wake up, 8 a.m. breakfast, 9 a.m. Inaccurate. I don't know what time normal people wake up. Like, that's just a thing that's lost on me because I wake up at, like, the brisk hour of noon. All I remember is, like, for me, it's anywhere between 8 to 10. See, like, that's not much earlier. I don't know when normal people wake up, though. I've either had to wake up at, like, 4 a.m. or, like, 1. Like, in all reality, as long as I wake up before 1 p.m. in the afternoon, I'm good. I try to aim for, like, 11:30, but the man I was died. I won't say much more than I have. Oh, God, you're so boring. I did my life. Now do something else entirely. Have you ever been to the mirror world? What the fuck's the mirror world? I'm gonna need you to elaborate. The place beyond this, but the same as this. You've seen it, but always looking in. Oh, God, Saved by the Bell. You fancy another lesson? Come on, by that edge of things, I'll show you around the other side. If I find time. Tarry all you want. What the fuck does that even mean? I've got patience like that. I've got patience like I've got time. I can wait forever. He's gonna be waiting for me out by my car. So this is the other ghost. 3. We've already successfully, like, set up plans to, go on a date with the anxiety ghost from earlier. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. You'll come in with me while I get a third ghost to watch the door. Do you know which bank yet? I like their voice. This game's adorable. Like, the music's cute. Like, the animations are all, like, adorable. Like, this is from itch.io. I want to say I got it in one of, like, the bundles I bought, but I don't remember. I've had it for a while, and I just never got around to putting it in for stream. Absolutely. A secluded branch up on 4th. Bored tellers, lots of older customers. It's a great place to hit. How do we get inside? Yeah, like I love the bundles, but like I have like 3,000 games from Humble Bundles at this point on itch.io, or like itch.io bundles. It's like I'll never play all of these. A lot of them I don't even know how to play. I'll be real. I don't know what a journaling RPG is. Yeah, the Ukraine one I bought that had like I want to say like 1,500 things in it. And then I bought the one for Texas Trans Youths that was mostly like tabletop RPGs that I've still not played a single one of. Like, there's just a ton of them. Leon pulls out graphing paper. I drew the layout in pencil. I probably didn't need so much detail since we're going in the front door. I just figured it's best to be prepared. Wait, does this mean you're interested? I want to hear more about the robbery. I'm indifferent to him. I'm indifferent to Leon. Alright, fine. He seems very, Leon is cute. I do like sharks. I'll give you my life story. Abridged version. It'll probably help maintain our cover anyway. Fran walks by, it seems like she's eavesdropping. The trouble with me is, it's hard not to talk about stealing. I stole candy when I was 9, switched to stealing beer at 14, stole my first car a year later. I hit up convenience stores, drive-ins, even held up a laundromat once. I threw my back out, carrying all those quarters. Okay, weird specific detail about, like, a thing I know. I got a hernia from picking up boxes of coin. I used to work for the armored car company, which I'm sure I've mentioned plenty of times. Because I only have but so many stories, and I worked there for a long time. And, we used to move a lot of coin. Well, if a customer orders coin, you would get boxes of it. And it'd be like $500 in quarters, or, $50 in nickels. I think $10 in dimes, or no, that ain't right. I think like $100 in dimes or something like that. I forget. $5 in pennies. You know, and they would just come in a box like yay big. I think quarters were like this big. Nickels about the same size. But they're coin, so they'd also weigh anywhere from, you know, like 10 pounds to like 25 to 50 pounds. They're heavy and dense. So, if you get a customer that orders a box of everything, you know, pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters, and it was a place where you couldn't bring the hand truck because it was small, you just have to carry it. I ended up with like an umbilical hernia from carrying coin. That shit is no joke. I'm convinced my shoulders hurt from carrying all that. Like, still to this day. If not my current back problems. Did you ever get caught? Why did you steal? Why did you steal? How that not lifetime workers' comp? Prove it. That's essentially what I got told when I got the hernia. Like, they wouldn't pay for the surgery and all. Like, they wouldn't pay for the surgery, and I just got, like, regular workers' comp, and, like, it had to go through my normal insurance. Because I couldn't prove that work is how I injured myself. Because it wasn't like an injury where it's like all of a sudden, ow, something hurts. It was, what's that weird bump in my belly button? You know, and I go to a doctor, it's like, oh, that's a bit of your intestines. Then next thing you know, they're cutting me open and putting a piece of Gore-Tex under my belly. Fun times. But yeah, no, coins are no joke. My mother actually worked for the arm. So to be fair, there's multiple kinds of hernia. I had a umbilical hernia, which is where the lining of your stomach like where the lining of your stomach, like up in here, separates, and then bits of your insides go through your abdominal wall. There's also ones that are lower, like the turn your head and cough kind. So like that. Oddly enough, umbilical hernias are also extremely common with pregnancies and newborns. But it's also fairly easy to just tear your core, essentially. But yeah, no. There's like multiple kinds of hernia. There's also like the turn your head and cough hernia, which is, lower. But yeah, no, there's multiple different kinds. More like, why do I steal? It made more sense than other work. Getting robbed by the man legally, Now I steal because I can turn invisible. I used to dream of a power like that. Would have kept me out of a lot of jail. Here's her whacking my dad. I don't remember what type though. Yeah, I think there's like 3 or 4 different kinds of hernias. The one I had was an umbilical one. Like, the incision is like a little crescent moon scar around my belly button. Now I'm just Googling hernias. Oh no. But yeah, they put a little like Gore-Tex mesh, like yay big, give or take, underneath my belly button to kind of like hold everything in. I've heard people getting them so bad they're like all the way up, and like everything is kind of outside of their abdominal walls. So it's the kind of thing like you need to have treated, or else it just gets progressively worse. And this is all apocryphal. This is 10 years ago now at this point, so I may be misremembering a lot of the particulars on it. I robbed 5 banks in all when I was alive. Spent the rest of my life behind bars. Well, how did you die? Prison's a hard place, especially when no one trusts you. If there's anything I learned from my dishonest life, it's honesty. The bell rings. I feel like we did not get enough time with Leon. But that's our time. You've heard my pitch, gotten to know me a little more than I like. So, what do you say? Turn him in, turn him down, help him out. Let's rob this fucking bank. I'll be at this branch at this time. Leon slips you a slice of paper. It's been a slice. What just vibrated? That's also the only, choose her date. Alright, definitely not Spooky Peter, right? I love It's Been a Slice. There's one, Leon said something earlier that I was like, I need to start doing that. I said, it's a pleasure to meet you, and however he responded, Leon, or I call the police. I do like Leon. I did already set up plans with the anxiety ghost. Can't I do both? I'm not committed to either. Can't we be like a, what's the term, a polycule? Is that a thing? Am I fucking something up there? I don't understand non-monogamous relationships. I don't understand monogamous ones either. I've been single for a very long time. I'm not going with Peter. I do. Spooky Peter is not the way to go. Spooky Peter looks like he says "milady" and calls women female. That's not how that works, Shagboo. Alright. Let me see. Do I have a button for this? I do not have a button for this. Oh no. Alright. Do we go with the anxiety-ridden Kyo, who seems very sweet and like asked us out, even though he is an anxiety ghost? Also, Film Major, whose favorite movie is Videodrome, which is weird that somebody's favorite, but I get it. First, where someone was memeing on Fedora, guys, let me find. Wait, what? Yes. Or Leon, who wants to be gay into crime. Let me make it so Sylvan has a harder time choosing. Oh, now I call the president. Listen, if you can get Biden on the phone, I would be impressed. Alright, I like Kyle more. I do. Not much, I never get asked out. It's nice. Okay, yeah, I need you to step in. You meet Kaio the next day, waiting on the street as you approach, looking nervous. Aw. Look at him. He's just an anxious little guy. He's got his little headphones on to be like out of the world. Like, it's adorable. I'm nervous. Are you nervous? Always. What? I said I'm nervous too. Hold on a sec. Oh God. I don't know. Videodrome might be a bit much. Like, Videodrome's a weird movie. Let me take these headphones off. Hurting Bird is one of Canada's greatest. You're not wrong. But it's very Cronenberg. Like, it's the perfect amount. That's better. Oh, it's a movie. God damn it, Jagbu. Oh, actually, Jagbu, you may recognize the movie. And I'm wrong, because I was about to say something incorrect. I'm thinking Scanners. I was going to say, oh, the head exploding thing. Now I realize, nope, that's Scanners. Because I'm stupid and confuse things. Would I recognize a movie? Because memes. Thank you for hanging out with me. He's so sweet. Yeah. Yeah, what Sylvan said. Jacob was like, wait, what? Hold up. I'm worried that place we're going is boring. It's pretty much, well, the middle of nowhere. Not literally. I know, of course, we're ghosts. The middle of nowhere could mean something weird. It is a wild movie. To be fair, Videodrome is an absolutely wild-ass movie. I think it is a lot for somebody who is not into a movie that makes you go, what the fuck at the end? Oh, we went to the woods, deep into the trees, far away from paved roads. Did you know I make greeting cards? We wouldn't get this with Spooky Peter. He'd just be condescending and douchey. Happy anniversary of your tragic death. I'm happy for your loss. For a ghost, that's sweet. It's just a hobby. Oh, don't diminish your hobbies, my dude. You stop at a particularly barren patch of prairie land. You know... Hold on, we need to... I fucked up a little bit by picking a game where I had to read a lot. When I've been, like, real tongue-tied, real bad for a while now, I fucked up. I did. I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Move this man!
Yep. You lean into it, I guess. Everything is frozen over. A few clusters of trees are stripped of their leaves, with branches like bony hands. Squat birds huddle together for warmth near a frozen lake. Me missing what we're doing. It's me. I'm what we're doing. Because I picked a game that's all reading when I've been getting really bad tongue-tied lately. Like, I've been stumbling over my words real bad lately. So, like, naturally, a game where I just read the entire time. Great idea. While a dry, biting wind blows through. Be right back, nerds. Isn't it great out here? I come here to think. I'm here for the verbal stumbling. Who ain't we all? Listen to music. Look at that cute little face. Just wanna. There aren't many souls here. Just the birds and the wind. I see why you like it. I can be myself here. Just a little dude. No one bothers me. I don't need happy things to remind me that I'm not happy. I need sad things to remind me it's okay to be sad sometimes. It's a nice way to put it. It's exhausting to worry like I do, but I'd rather embrace my sadness than just ignore it. Sadness is a real thing, as real as we are anyway, so I embrace it. Kyle looks out onto the frozen lake. Come with me. I want to show you something. It's so cute. I picked right. Not that fucking Spooky Peter dickhead. Just irrationally angry about Spooky Peter still. Kyle leads you away from the lake towards a pocket of trees. Hidden among the poplars and It's not pining. The only pines here are these trees. There's an old house. The wood is gray and brittle. The roof collapsed long ago. The house is a tiny thing. When it was standing, it had just a single room. Inside, the floors are rotted through, covered in layers of bird droppings. It's kind of a fucking mess. In one corner, a wood-burning stove is rusted through. There's not much else. An entire family lived here. Kids were born here, people died here, and then it was abandoned, left to fall apart, lost amongst the trees. Now it's my home. I love what you've done with the place. Actually, what he's talking about is, I think, best quoted from an episode of Doctor Who, where one of the characters describes it as, sad is just happy for deep people. And I think that's right, and I think that's wrong. Because I think, like, a lot of people fetishize their own sadness. But in the same vein, like, I do think you have to appreciate, like, the full spectrum of emotion. Like, I'm not sure how to do that. But, you know, I'm sure that's healthy. Like, I think that's the healthy way to do things. I love what you've done with it. I'm not going to tell him it's not his. I would never change a thing. It's perfect. All the bird shit everywhere is just perfect. Just, bird shit. Kyle leads you back out into the cold. Back to the edge of the frozen lake. I hit the button too soon. Okay. This is as far as I will ever go now. And you know what? That's fine. Thank you. It was a cough. Everything's fine. Cough you? Oh, God. Why so angry? Okay. So there's several ghosts we can date. I don't know what beach means in this relation. Alright, let's go for round 2. Hello again. It's nice to see you. I'll just put your name down, and you can go right in. Alright, we did Room of Liars last time. Let's do the Room of Palms. Because, yeah, it took about an hour. Room of Palms. Looks like a basement of the old church. Faded linoleum floors. Spare walls with the odd religious print. Framed in peach-colored wood. One side is a large open kitchen. Old refrigerators donated by the congregation hum and drip. This must be where the cabbage smell is coming from. Goodbye, Spooky Peter. Rows of long tables are set up for the next spaghetti supper. There's a piece of dust like floating right in front of me, and I know y'all can't see it, but I can. Okay. I was trying to figure out how to snatch it out of the air without punching my monitor. Because punching my monitor would be bad. Worked well enough for today's dating. Ooh, this one's got a little candle. The bell rings and the ghost appears. Wow. Look at the maps, though. Right? I mean, like, got the little abs up here, look at that neck. Sup? I'm Riley. You're pretty hot for a ghost. Slow down, buddy. Not so bad yourself. You're not so bad yourself, right? Oh, that's not the right answer, dude. Isn't it cool we stay the age we died? Makes dying young a little better. Oh, Christ. Alright. How do you die? Why are you speed dating? So far, Riley. For reasons. Anyway. Oh, wow. So, long story. I was a wide receiver in high school. Oh, you'll be a receiver. Got real good. When it came time for college, bam, full scholarship. It's the abs, mostly. I mean, we all want what we don't have. And I like cheeseburgers. Well, football's rough. You catch passes like I did, you take a lot of blows. Oh, you'll certainly be doing your fair amount of that. Yeah. After a while, I started getting headaches. Oh no. I'd get dizzy just standing up. But I kept on playing. Had to. I mean, these were my best years. Until one day. Game, it's real offensive that you think I can read that. Intracranial hematoma. Between the font and the, medical words, it's real fucked up that they think I could read that. I'm stupid, game. Explain it like I'm a child. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, now I'm here. They're setting me up for failure. Exactly. And we get to meet. So it's not all bad. See? You turn a negative into a positive. Ha ha ha. I try not to let how I died define me. So many ghosts have sad stories. I want to make the best of this. Have some fun. Be the best Riley I can be. It's hard to figure out what that means. I wish ghosts didn't care so much about labels. Just like when we were alive. Everyone telling me who I was without bothering to learn who I am. So who are you? I'm still figuring that out. Without my division high receiving yards. Oh, you'll be receiving. And all the cheering in the stands. Who is Riley? You have unfinished business. Yeah, me and every other ghost. Okay, don't have to be a douche about it. Sigh. The bell rings. Oh, snap. Halftime. Guess we call timeout. Let's keep this going in the second half. I Oh, you'll be receiving. Get out of here with your abs. Another ghost appears. Shame. Hello, sunshine. Ghost takes a long drag of their cigarette. The smoke rises up through their hollow frame, pumping out holes in their back. Amazing, spectacular eye bags here. Whew. This is how I feel most days. This is a visual representation of how I feel. Just hunched over. I'm no sunshine. They let you smoke in here? I'll be polite. Nice to meet you. Is it? No. That's a surprise. Oh. I'm Vera. That or, Now, what can I get you, sweetheart? That's the only thing I can think of when something looks like this tells me its name is Vera, which is one of my favorite names. I always said if I ever had a daughter, I'd want to name her Vera. The lady in the smoke. That's what. I know of it because there was a singer and a Pink Floyd song named Vera Lynn. And I always thought it was a very pretty name. Also, apparently one of my grandfather's ex-wives was named Vera or something like that. Or I could be wrong about that. I feel like I'm wrong about that. I may be confusing it with another name. I don't know. But the ghost hunters call me ghost hunters? Living widows. Trying to prove we exist. Hunter sounds dramatic. Gives him too much credit. For years now, I've haunted Vegas. That seems about right. The glitchier condominiums on the strip, obnoxious houses behind gates. I wake up, rich fools at night, shrouded in gay smoke, in gray smoke. Oh no, jangling pennies. I almost just got hit with gay smoke and jangling penises. Or juggling penises. Are those very loud for y'all, or are they like normal volume? Yours are normal, ours are very loud. Huh. Okay. Ow. Because they're on different, they're on different volume sliders. Ours is normal sound now because I'm adjusting the volume. Ours is correct volume, yours is quiet. Okay, which sounds better? The volume that yours were at, which is peaking, or mine, which are not peaking? Actually, it sounds like mine could come up a hair. I have buttons for this. Also,
Move this man!
sitting here adjusting sound effects. Also, I literally bought a thing with dials on it that so I can adjust my volumes, and I literally switched computers to do it.
Move this man!
Okay. Pay the. I'm like sitting here staring, like waiting, like, what's it gonna be? Do they match? Are they the same? Wailing, pay the price. Junk like that. That's pretty cool. Why would I ask why the rich? I know why the rich. Fuck the rich. Thanks, hun. I spent lots of time working on it. Sylvan, do you know the song Vera by Pink Floyd? This ghost is named Vera. Jagbu had never heard the name. Do you know of that name outside of this context? Like, have you ever met somebody with that name? Spent lots of time working on it. I like when Vera from here, beloved. See, I don't know that particular one. I know the Pink Floyd song, and I know the person the Pink Floyd song's based off of. Or farming. Oh, God damn it. No, return to the game. I paused, and I realized I didn't need to pause. Don't accuse me of this game. Now I'm looking it up, Sylvan. Oh, by the way, how do y'all like the title for this stream? Like, amongst where I do know her. I never knew her name, though. How do you like the title for the stream? Because I tried something different. Amongst. Vera Wang. Shit, that is one. Amongst. Choke themselves awake. Then they see me, floating at the foot of the bed, looking ready for a funeral. It works. Except when the smoke alarm goes off. Then it's not as scary. So I tried something different today. My title was actually written by ChatGPT. I told it, I asked it to write. What's the difference? I never read the title. Howdy, Gurley. How are you today? But yeah, no, I had an AI write my stream title today. Never mind, I hate the title. To be fair, I had already kind of decided on something along the same lines of looking for the love of my afterlife. So it's like, let me see what this comes up with. And I typed it in and tried it, and it came up with something close. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm down. Yours is way better. Mine's essentially the same. This one's just more wordy. But I like fucking around with the AI and asking it things, especially weird things that are kind of more esoteric. It was fun. No, yours is a fun pun. Yours is from the heart. To be fair, I did pick the one that was very close to, and here, I'll read out some of the ones it suggested, because I think that they're good. I asked, what's a good title for a stream of speed dating for Ghost on Valentine's Day? Zagbu does dislike AI. To be fair, like last night they were saying that they don't like AI. So, like, I shouldn't be surprised at the, and the answers it gave me was, I mean, like, I understand it as a tool. These AIs aren't even sexy, unlike Detroit. I mean, let's be real. They're no Clancy Brown. No, Clancy Brown is sexy. The AIs were just kind of hot. Like, let's be real. Yesterday, there was a friend with his PC. He got a Ryzen 5800X 3D. Ooh. With a Ryzen 30, or with an RTX 3080, 32 gigs RAM, M2. Testing some games like Apex. Holy moly, just crazy. You can play Apex on everything Ultra 1440, but never under 150. Yeah, like, to be fair, the 5800 3D is like one of the strongest, like, one of the best processors out there for gaming, and a 3080 is a beast of a card. RAM is like twice as much RAM as you actually need, and an M2 is just going to be lightning quick. So like, yeah, 1440p, like that thing's going to eat it alive. You can probably get decent numbers with 4K even with that. Yeah, but temperature was up to 85. Yeah, cooling is going to be an issue with that. The 3080 is a power-hungry card, and that 5800 3D is a very, very power-hungry chip. Even with an AIO, yeah, at that point, you're better off going custom water cooling to rein in the temperatures. So the first one it gave me was Ghostly Love Connection, a Valentine's Day speed dating event. Love Beyond the Veil, a ghostly speed dating stream. Finding Love in the Afterlife, a Valentine's Day ghostly speed dating stream, which is the one I picked. I like that one. Haunted Hearts, a ghostly Valentine's Day speed dating event. Only. I mean, to be fair, like a 3080 isn't anything to like turn your nose up at. And to be fair, a 4090 or a 4080 rather is not really that big of an increase. You're getting what, like 4% increase, 5% increase in power between the two generations. Even though Apex looks that good. I don't even have a stable 150 and 1080, everything low. I mean, to be fair, I like when I played with you, like you were outright just like, yeah, now turn everything down, turn all of the shaders off, like do not do anything, and you might have a reasonable frame rate. Like Apex isn't the easiest game to run. Oh yeah, no, that sounds like every dollar's worth of $3,000 hardware. Like, not even surprised. That is definitely like expensive hardware. My mouth is dry. Did you die and show you're famous? I guess word gets around. I'm a regular topic on Midnight Radio. Not that it matters. It ain't like being famous. When you're alive, what's different about it? I wish I was in books. No, I don't. Because then people like Spooky Peter would be trying to talk to me more than they are. What was your life like? My life was Vegas, honey. I was an executive assistant to this big shot casino owner. This was back in the boom. Everyone moved in post-war. By the early 50s, it was a wonderland. My boss was a real piece of work. Balding, bad suits, always eating peanuts, tossing back rye. He was obsessed with money. Got it any way he could, and never let it go. No one liked him, but plenty feared him. It was my job to keep his sins quiet. Anyway, that's me. What brings you to this thing? I actually love, like, the stories of Vegas back in, like, the 50s when it was, like, really establishing itself. Like, it was just, like, a lawless mob town. You gonna play? Hell no. I'm not gonna play Hogwarts Legacy. Like, aside from, like, the personal issues I have with it. I don't like Harry Potter that much. Like, I thought the movie, like, I never read the books, and I thought the movies were okay at best. I'm like one of the few millennials who's just like, I don't give a shit about Harry Potter. You know? Also, it doesn't look good. like, like, that's the other thing. It's like, people are really trying to, like, bend over backwards to defend a game that doesn't look good, and from everything I've heard, it's just kind of like shooty wizard stuff. Like, it's like, you get, like, a couple spells, they're kind of they're, like, not that big of a difference. Like, I've only heard, like, the early stuff on it, but, like, a lot of it was, like, kind of underwhelming. Like, didn't seem like it was going to be that interesting to begin with. Like, to each their own, you know. But, like, from a technical standpoint, nothing that they said it was looked all that interesting to me. Like, even looking at it in a vacuum of that. So, I mean, performance is not perfect, but graphics look not the best, but also very good. Unreal 4. The faces are insane good. I thought the faces looked kind of waxy. Like considering how good we've seen, like, and it might be just like the screenshots I've seen of it, because we have like very good. Now, for me personally, it could be one of the best single players game last year. See, that's a big. Like, I'll take your word for it, because I'm also not that big of a fantasy guy. But, like, a lot of the faces, and it could very well be just the screenshots and all on video I've seen of it, they all looked very waxy. Like, they kind of had that dead-eyed, prior to mocap kind of facial structures, where it looks like somebody hand-animated the facial expressions and not in the good way. But yeah, no, if you're enjoying it, great. Like I said, between that and like the personal ethics problem of it, I have no interest in it. I was bored, I was lonely. Yeah. Like I said, that's the other thing too. It's like, and I'm gonna go on a mild rant about Harry Potter, but like, when I was a kid and the first Harry Potter book came out, I was at like the right age for it to be like a thing. It was kind of boring. Like, I had experienced Star Wars and all already. Like, it just felt like lackluster, like, wizard book. Like, which granted, Star Wars isn't exactly the high watermark for fantasy stuff. But, like, I just never got the appeal of Harry Potter. I watched the movies when they came out. I read like half the first book when it came out. Fantasy, and Hogwarts was a little young for us. Reading the first book and thinking it wasn't that good. For its creators or a person. That's the other thing. Like I said, I very muchly want to talk about it more. Like, I find the technical end of all of that more interesting to talk about. But like I said, there's also the moral implications of that. Same reason why I don't eat at Chick-fil-A. Like, I have no interest in giving my money to support that. Like, and you can say it's dropping the bucket, developers, all that. Like, I have no interest in supporting that. But also, like I said, I find that my technical issues with the art itself to be the more interesting conversation to me. Like, outright. You know? Because I don't know how to explain that, like, you should care about other people in a way where, like, it's a video game. It ain't like the company that makes bread or something, you know? I'm about as lonely as a lost shoe. Just as useless, too. For me, it would have to be more of a for me to veto it. Well, that's the thing, though. It's like she does outright contribute a lot, and I cannot stress this enough. A lot of money to political campaigns, like that are in line with her views. Like, she didn't write it, but she gets royalties from it. Tell you the truth, Vera seems like she would be fun to have a drink with. Like Vera has stories. Because like I said, I love that old Vegas like story and aesthetic. You know, like the old like Vegas getting established in the 40s and 50s, like becoming what it is. Like those old mob stories. As much as I hate mobsters, I don't know. Riley's got them abs. You get used to it. Also, you never get used to it. I'm surprised you're lonely. You're not useless. We can be lonely together. That's true. So, I'm going to phrase this in a way that's going to be more brutal than I'm normally comfortable phrasing a thing. My dad used to say it, and it's kind of true. No matter how hot somebody is, there's always going to be somebody who's tired of fucking them. And that's kind of the thing. Like, you got to have a conversation with somebody eventually. You know? Whoa there. He's up on the throttle. Oh no, I overshot. Oh no. We just met. Not that I don't. Hot take from your dad. Yeah, he said a lot of interesting things. We did it out of love. I appreciate the thought, though. Bring me to the next ghost. This one has gone poorly. The bell rings. I guess that's the bell. We'll have to pick this up later. See ya. So, historically on dates, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Absolutely the fuck not. No. Nope. Quit the main menu. Do you see it now? I don't like it. I don't like it. Something about this real uncomfortable. Whoa. Do I have a booger or something? Dang it, Steph. You gotta check for these things. Seriously. Who the fuck's Steph? Do I have a booger? Oh, God, no. Okay, good. Because I'm pretty nervous. I've never done anything like this before. Spent like an hour putting my face on this morning. Maybe you should have put 2 into it. You know, really just, you know, put the effort forth. You look nice. But before I was horrified by that, how dare you? Historically, I am terrible on dates because I am bad at reading signs. Like, apparently, because I often will recount dates with friends after the fact, and I go, I don't know how it went. Here is all of the information. How did I do? Clearer than they are on dates. Yeah. That's the thing, like, it's funny to me because I'm not bad at picking up social cues. Like, generally. I'm not terrible at it. Like, I'm not the best at it, but, like, I can tell when people are uncomfortable. I can tell when people are comfortable. I can tell, you know, like, I'm not awful at picking up social cues. But for whatever reason, put me on a date, maybe it's nervousness or what have you, I cannot for the life of me figure out, like, any social cue. You know? And I always err on the side of caution and, like, you know, like, okay, assume they're being nice. Because, you know, I don't have any desire to, you know, make somebody else uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable enough for the both of us. That's sweet of you to say. I feel so awkward. Speed dating is so awkward. But, like, what do you say? My name's Steph. I play the clarinet. My name's Steph. Are there two, like, entities here? Am I missing something? And Steph, and I'm teaching myself Japanese. What if you think my hobbies are bad? What if you think I'm a weirdo? When you only have so much time to talk. First thing you say makes all the difference. First impressions are overrated. But yeah, no, so I am though. I'm like historically bad at like interpreting shit. So I'll very much like recount a date to my friends the next day. And then they'll ask me questions as I'm retelling it, and they'll go, "Oh, were they doing this? Were they doing that?" And I'll go, "Yeah, actually they were." And they go, "You dumbass, that was a signal." And it's like, well, I was not aware. And frankly, it's rude for you to think I would be. Like, I had my first date after being like, after a long term. The idea was just selling signals. People just assume everyone knows. Yeah, you say that, but then there's still going to be that moment. The first time we see one another, the first time we hear each other speak, these moments set a tone. Everything else is either validating that initial impression or trying to subvert it. So, like, I was on a date one time, and we go to this little, like, it was like the first date I was on after being in a very long-term committed relationship. And it was like months after we'd broken up. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try and get back out there. I'm on a date with this girl, and we go to this cute little like cafe slash beer place. It's like a cute little corner cafe, but they also sell beer. Yeah, date story. Prepare for the awkward. And we're sitting there, we have a couple beers, and we're talking, and in my opinion, it was going fairly well. And I mostly have female friends. And I have a female friend who will just kind of like suck on the tip of a bottle if she has one. Like a beer bottle kind of thing with like a neck. She'll just kind of like play with it with her mouth. There's no way to say it that doesn't sound weird. I don't know. But there's no way to like say it where it doesn't sound weird. So I'm on this date and I'm talking to this girl, and she finishes her drink and we're talking. And I offer to get her another drink, and she's like, "Oh no, I'm fine. I still have most of mine left." Or I still have like half of mine left. I'm drinking slower because I don't want a nervous drink. And she starts doing that. And my mind immediately goes to, don't make fun of her, don't make fun of her, don't make fun of her, don't make fun of her. Because I have a friend who does that, and my go-to is to make jokes about it. Because it's my friend, and your friends are the person you can trust to say the very worst. Because if you ain't picking on your friends, are they even your friends? So, this is going on. She's like hard eye contact, filleting this bottle. And I'm just, polite conversation. And she, like, date goes off nice, we separate, go our own ways and all that. So how about that sports team? So, sports ball, am I right? I'm relaying this to my friend, the one who actually does the bottle thing, the next day. And she goes, was she like hardcore, like looking you in the eye when she's doing this? I'm like, yeah, why? It's like, you fucking idiot. She was like so mad that I didn't make a move on that. And it's like, yeah, I didn't. All I could think was don't make fun of her. And that's kind of encapsulating for like how most. Like, girl, how am I supposed to know? Apparently, like, there's just people out here who like pick up signals and shit. Like their goddamn, radio. I don't know. I'm with you. And to be fair, I fully admit that I am the dumbass in this because apparently that's normal. Where like that's just a thing you should have picked up. She's like, what did you want her to do? Like, have a lit up runway? Like, you want her to guide you in like a plane? And it's like, open conversation. Like, I'm against your friend. Like, but apparently that's a thing. Because, like I said, the problem is I had been conditioned to, like, when somebody does that, is to make fun of them. Say things people are so afraid to say. Yeah. You're already surprising me. But, like, I mean, that's great, right? I'd rather be surprising than a bore. And that's exactly maybe on the real, I am often afraid that, like, because TikTok has me all fucked up. Because TikTok's like every single thing is bring a bunch of bananas on a shake for when she's done the beer. I'll be like, oh, she's attached. Sylvan, you say that, but I am, in fact, that stupid. I just want to eat my banana in peace. Oddly enough, the second date with her, because I went on 2 dates and a party with her. Bananas are fucking tasty, you're not wrong. The second date with her, we went to a we went to a bar around the corner from her house. And realize I'm like 22, 23. Like, I'm young. Went to a bar around the corner from her house over in South Philly. And she's like, oh, this place has their best burgers. And I'm like, I am in fact more burger than man. Twisted and evil. So I will be the judge of that. So we go for these burgers, and it was a pretty damn tasty burger. And she's like, oh, I had work the next day. I had been on vacation all weekend. I tried to set up something for earlier in the week, and it just didn't work out. I had work at like 4 a.m. the next day, and it's like midnight and a half. So I'm like, hey, I hate to be a party pooper. I gotta like turn in and go to bed soon. And she's like, oh, okay, I live right here. Do you want to walk me home? We say goodbye. I'm like, all right, yeah, that's fine. Literally half a block. Like, she was right there. And she was kind of doing that, like, awkward, like, so I'm told after the fact. She's doing, like, because I was like, oh, she was real fidgety at the front door. I don't think she was that into me. And my friend was like, how so? And I kind of emulated what she was doing. She's like, she was waiting for you to try to kiss her goodnight, you dumbass. So, yeah. Then the third time, it was at a party, and she had invited 2 other dudes. I don't know how I'd know that, Jagboo. Here's the thing. I'm with you in that. How would I know that? She could just be awkward. That's true. And that's also why I err on the side of caution. The number of times I got hollered at when I was in a long-term relationship for flirting with, like, the girl at, like, the counter at the store. Where it's like, no, I was just being polite and cordial because, like, that person's at work and you should be kind to people while they're working because you don't want to make their day worse. Well, she was flirting with you. Well, I can't control that and I didn't notice. Like, bottle holding, eye contact is kind of awkward because you like. Yeah, no, like, to be fair, a more receptive person, yes. Her literally trying to find every excuse to, like, invite me in, like, I probably should have noticed. Or, more recently, tell me about playing clarinet. You gotta commit to it. When I first learned as a kid, I rented one, which was gross. More recently, I went to a buddy of mine was bar crawling for his birthday, and had work, so I was going to be a bit late. He was like, "Oh, I'll just meet you in the city." I take the train, get off at a train stop, and I go, "Okay, I know the bar's like right by this train stop." I didn't realize it was like catty corner to the train stop. Because as soon as I got off the train, I lit a cigarette and, walked outside, looked around, and went, "Oh, it's right there." I walk up to the front of the bar. I'm outside smoking. And this real cute girl comes out and starts talking to me. And she's like very like friendly. And I kind of panic. And I finish my cigarette and I go, "I'm sorry, I'm very late. I must go." And just walk into the bar. Like literally, I caught one glance of like behind me and she's just kind of standing there dumbfounded. Like, I am not good at like interpersonal relationships. Girl, I got places to be. She was cute too. That's the worst part. She was cute as a button. Like, you have this cloth. It's like a little metal thing attached to a long string. Yeah, the cleaning rod. Like, but yeah, no, like, I am bad at it. Also, like, the number of times, like, I'm biased because I have no interest in dating or getting laid, so. Yeah, like, to be fair, that seems like it would be far easier. The problem is, I have interest in not being alone. But yeah, like, dating is, like, hard. Especially if, like, you're not, like, a confident person. Which I am, quantifiably not. But yeah, it's like, I am bad at it, too. Like, I've been on dating websites, like, pretty much as long as I've been single, which is rounding out past a decade at this point. So it's like, I don't know. Kinda, yeah. The cloth is on the other end. When you're done playing, you take the mouthpiece off and run the little metal thing through the clarinet to pull the cloth through and despitify it. So you want to hear the grossest thing ever? Trumpets have a spit valve on the front. They get so gross. It's just losing all. Yeah, like, honestly, no, not delicious spit. Like, I want to gag thinking about it. I was in marching band for like 3 years, 4 years, something like that. And it's just like the amount of times I'd watch a trumpet just go and just spit come shooting out of the front of a trumpet. Ugh. What the fuck these things are called? As well. They do it too. I can't remember the name of this instrument. That's gonna bug me. Trombone. It's a trombone. Maybe I am having a stroke. What happens if you don't? I'm gonna say I cannot help. God damn it, Jagboo. It's not a big deal. It'll just get gross after a while. Kind of moldy. Yeah, aren't the bodies of clarinets made of wood still? Like, they're not brass, they're woods. I'm fairly certain. I know they're woodwind, like you use a reed. Do you miss playing? Spit is gross. Yes, it is. I wish I didn't have saliva. It would make playing so much easier. The important question, can dead people play the clarinet? Of course not. They're dead. They can't breathe, so they can't play. Why even ask that? Hope, I guess. Because you're dead. Are you threatening me? Getting real, with the are you threatening me thing? I'm getting real, like, Beavis and Butthead kind of vibes off this. This reminds me of the Great Cornholio. Of course, that is super not cool. I'm gonna tell Fran. She'll ban you. You're a ghost, Steph. Wait, what? What do you mean? So, I may have broken the afterlife to Steph. No, wait, the bell can't be ringing yet. I don't understand. We're dead? Did I die? Am I a ghost? Steph apparently wasn't in on the loop. The second round begins. Hey there, Abs. I mean Riley. Sup? Riley again. So, like, what should we talk about now? Got any dating tips? Dating tips? Huh? Oh, you stupid football player. I'm only a player on the field. Off it, love's no game for me. I just try to be real and ask the same of others. Poor sweet Riley, confused what sport he was playing and headbutted the football. Smarter than you look. I am. No, you're not. Head empty. No thoughts. Thank you so much. That's super nice of you. You're welcome, Riley. And you're nice and hot. Score. No, not at all. Like, head can be empty. Abs are full. Stupid sweet Riley. So simple. So hot. So, like, I was thinking, it might be fun to see a game together. My old team's playing our state rivals. It's been a while since I've checked in on them. Yeah, that's not my thing, though, bro. Bummer. But hey, I understand. I think maybe we can count this as a loss. There's always next time, though. Oh, Vera. Hello again, Sunshine. Good to see you back around. We already talked a bit and about how I lived the Vegas life. My crooked casino boss. I'd like to tell you about how I died. And Riley said the body count is worth going to the game with him. Yeah, we have 2 rounds for each ghost, and then we pick one, and then we go on a date with them. If they pick us. I'm honestly curious. It's speed dating. Might as well lay my cards out. One day in 1954, the casino rang me up. A voice. The boss's son. Said they were out of clean shirts. It was maybe 6 a.m. The sun wasn't up yet. I dropped my girl off at a sitter, rushed over to the casino. You had a daughter? Sure did. I was a single mom in the 50s. In case you're doubting why I stayed at the job. The casino front doors were locked. The doors were never locked. Security let me in. Led me to the blackjack tables, where my boss was waiting. Dead on the floor. Blood. Soaking into the burgundy carpet. How did he die? Acute lead poisoning. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, if you're into mob stuff, definitely check out like a lot of the Vegas like mob stuff. There's quite a few stories that are kind of like this. Um, we were going through coins. I posted in the Discord that nudie coin. Uh, but one of the other ones we found in there was actually a metal. LOL, cute lead poisoning. Yeah. um, one of the other coins we found was actually a metal casino coin from I want to say Caesars in Atlantic City. I had never seen a metal casino coin before, like one that was a $half kind of size, but like full metal. It was interesting. Ever so often, I want to look up like old casino ships, but I feel like they're expensive. Like they would have to be expensive. How did he die? Where was his son? How awful. How awful. Awful is right. Never liked the guy. But I wasn't happy, that's for sure. Unlike his son, standing next to his dad's body, he smiled when he saw me. "You'll make this go away," he said. I nodded. Two guys, bigger than horses, stepped up behind me. They loaded my dead boss into the trunk of a black car. One of them drove, the other made sure to sit with me in the back seat. Did you know these men? No. All their toughs looked the same. I swear they worked a year and then got put down. Like my boss had been put down. I kept thinking about where this put me. When we got to the desert, they would bury me too. But they didn't. I watched as my boss, friend to the mayor, a builder, a legend, got what he deserved. A hole in the sand. Your girl was at the sitter, and she stayed there. I wasn't about to pick her up. At least not until things cooled down. So how did you die? I went home alone, locked all the doors and windows, turned off all the lights, and waited. Nothing happened. Until I nodded off. Woke... Oh my god. God damn it, game. Get me all invested in this, like, mob story, and then all of a sudden it's like, yep, fell asleep smoking. Makes a fool of us all. Took a deep breath. Sucking in hot, black smoke. They did not set this house on fire. My lungs felt like they were burning. I couldn't see. They burned down... Okay, cool, they burned down her home. After making sure I was inside. What about your kid? I made sure she was taken care of. I had a bunch of money stashed away. Yeah, cheery game, ain't it? My brother and...
Oh, a bummer, dude.
My brother and Tulsa took her in. For a long time, I couldn't bear to see her. And by the time I was ready, I couldn't find her. Couldn't even tell you if she's still alive. This is a silly little mob, though. A little silly, though. Mob isn't setting houses on fire. I thought it was going to be like, yep, fell asleep with a cigarette. I didn't expect them to have burnt her house down. Sorry this got so grim. After this is all over, maybe we can grab a drink. And try not to let the past haunt us. Even for just an hour. Oh, Steph. So wait. We're actually totally 100% dead. Yes. As in Afterlife. The Afterlife. Yes. So you're a ghost. And I'm a ghost. Yes. Oh boy, do I need a drink. We can't drink anymore. Ha! I love that Steph's not getting it. I kind of feel bad for Steph. I wouldn't want to be the one to have to break the news to people that, like... So, we are in fact ghosts. We are no longer corporeal. We are in fact specters. Trapped between this world and the next. And maybe our final leap will be the leap that brings us back home. It's a good thing I was kidding. I was never really a big drinker. It's funny, though. I sort of feel drunk now. Or I don't know. Disassociated. What's the time for me? It is currently 2:03 a.m. Disassociated. Like the world is going on without me. Let me think. If it's 2 here, it would have to be, what, like 5 or... No. It's a bit further, isn't it? Like 7 or 8 for you, isn't it, Grilly? Like early morning. 11 p.m. here. I always forget that, like, 8 for him. Okay. But yeah, I don't know the exact time difference, but I know the ballpark of it. So I figured it was like somewhere around like there. Oh, so it's like 2 a.m. for me, and I hate it here. So 3 different time zones, that's insane. Yeah, +9. Okay. From me, it's +9. Okay, so from me, it's +6. Because you're 3 hours... 4 actually. Well, I'm pretty sure Sylvan and Jagbu are in the same time zone. Is it also 11 o'clock for you, Sylvan? Like, I'm fairly certain y'all are in the same time zone, but I could be wrong. Okay. Yeah, I'm on the east coast of, so I'm at, New York time, essentially. And then, so yeah, I think Grully's 6 hours ahead of me then. 9 hours ahead of y'all. That sounds right. Not a good use of... Just like the emoji. Honestly, with the size the font is on my OBS, I actually couldn't quite tell at first. So it's midnight for you. No, it's 2 a.m. Because I'm 2 or 3 hours ahead of Sylvan and Jagbu. Math is hard, and I've told y'all about math before. Oh no, 14 o'clock for me. I got it. For me, it's 23. Oh, yeah. For me, it's 0200. For Jagbu and Sylvan, it's 2300. And 0800 for you. I know what the worst part is? I literally, I use the 24-hour clock all the time. 14 o'clock for me, that's German time. What have you done right now? Wait, I'm confused. Now I'm confused. Hey Siri. What time is it in Germany? Okay, in Berlin.
It's 8:06 in Berlin, Germany.
Okay. Ralph is 0200, yeah. No, the worst part is I use the 24-hour clock, on everything, except for my computer. I noticed that the other day. I use the 24-hour clock, but I will honestly look at it and convert it in my head before I tell somebody the time, because I'm so tired of telling people what time it is and going, oh, it's, it's 1943. And people being like, the fuck? No, not the year. So when I are 2300 on the 14th, and now Ralph is 0215th. Damn, our upbringing. I don't ever use the 20. I use AM PM. So I have to do technically, I use the maritime clock, because that's how paperwork has to be filled out at work. Because I work at a port, so we have to do all of our paperwork according to the maritime clock. You see me using that is playing certain Harvest Moon games. I also use it because I've worked in security for, a very long time now. I've worked in security for 15 years. Holy shit. But security, almost universally, you use the 24-hour clock to fill out reports. So, like, I've just been using it for so long. Like, my watch is set to it, my phone is set to it. I don't bother. I think my Steam Deck's set to it even. Like, but I don't use the 12-hour clock. I use the 24. And I'm so used to having to convert it in my head when I tell people what time it is that I don't bother, like, even saying anymore. It's like, oh, it's 14:03. Like the world is going on without me. It's a familiar feeling. I felt it a lot when I was alive too. What was your life like? It was difficult. Except not really. Mostly life was pretty good. Good job? Honestly, never really had a job. I didn't work during high school, and I got sick my first year of college. Oh Lord. Sick? It's hard to talk about. I had cancer. Oh no. A brain tumor. Oh, that's why Steph's so simple. No. No. It was bad. Diagnosed a week after my 19th birthday. I started getting headaches and feeling confused about things. Things would just look wrong, out of place. It's hard to describe. How long did they give you? What was treatment like? It was rough. Radiation, chemo, so much chemo. They said it was aggressive, so they had to be aggressive. Eventually, the symptoms subsided. It seemed like they zapped it. Told me I was progression free. Whatever that means. I was allowed to go back to school, but I didn't. I retreated to my room. After so much time facing death, I had a lot of trouble facing people. Funny, huh? Now I'm facing death and people. Well, that was a fucking downer. That's the bell. I guess it's back out into the world now. I have a lot to figure out. It was nice to meet you. Thanks for helping me talk this. Steph leaves the room. If you hurry, you could catch up to her. She'd like to talk some more. Then again, a date like a ghost like Steph might not be the most exciting. She's no football hunk. Nor is she the infamous Lady in Smoke. Not gonna lie, kinda into the Lady in Smoke. I don't normally date single parents, but I'm kinda down. Narrator taking a stand on Steph. Maybe this time again. Now I get it. Sorry, guys. Alright. Oh, yeah, it's 100% going to be Vera. Alright. So, you are the furthest forward time period right now, Gruely. You're ahead of me. You are the 15th at 8 a.m. Currently, for me, it is 2 a.m. on the 15th. And for Sylvan and Jagbu, it is 11 p.m. on the 14th. I'm rounding, of course. Alright. Vera's the obvious choice here. That was just embarrassing the handsome devil. It's early morning for you after midnight. For someone almost midnight. Yeah, you got it. You meet Vera outside. She's smoking in the dark. Took you long enough. Not really, though. Just kidding around. So what do you want to do? The world's are... Vera stops talking. She seems distracted all of a sudden. You hear that? 100 years later, it's fine. Time zones are weird. It's weird. And besides, time is nothing more than capitalist lies to sell you more clocks. We all know it. You hear that? I didn't hear anything. I heard a voice. There it is again. A voice. Did you hear it this time? Are you okay? Time invented by Hallmark to sell more cards. Exactly. I mean, to be fair, I am actively participating in a Valentine's Day stream where it's like, yeah, Valentine's Day is kind of a crooked holiday too. Like, Valentine's very much like a marketed like Hallmark holiday. Christmas was made by Coca-Cola to sell more polar bears. I'm honestly not sure. I'm hearing a second voice. This one sounds familiar. No, not the polar bears. It's exactly the polar bears. Like the way I'd sound if someone recorded me. That's awesome. You're still awake. Yeah, to be fair, like I normally go to bed at like 3:30 or so. So like it's just my this is my evening. Because like I said, I wake up at like 11:30 or noon. Essentially, I exist on like Pacific time. And to be fair, Girly, like I have no idea when you sleep. Like you're just always around. I don't know how you do it. Like sleep is good, my man. Like spiritual West Coast in the most reluctant way possible, Sylvan. Main thing is that you sleep enough. Sometimes. Me, but not me. Hopefully I'll sleep well tonight. I biked to and from work tonight. Yeah, I am. This is an alien, that's fine. I wouldn't say an alien, but like... That's a girly, if you don't mind. How old are you? I don't think I've ever actually asked you how old you are. Because I know, like, when I was younger, like, I slept far less. Like, now that I've, like, gotten older, it's like, I'm sleeping a ton. 26, okay. So, yeah. I have an IPA. And I have a session. God damn it, Sylvan. I hate that I understood that sentence. To be fair, we like have a ton of IPAs and like chess, like I guess sessions. I read that originally as like the beer like a session, but yeah, no, we got like IPAs and shit here too. Like we have homegrown IPAs. Like that's to be fair, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a tirade about this. IPAs were originally like the beer a brewery made because it's like easy. It was just something they could make to sell. And then they got popular, and I don't get it. Oh shit! Why didn't that play a thing?
Welcome.
There we go. Welcome in, Raiders. How are y'all doing tonight? We're complaining about IPAs, or I'm complaining about IPAs. Menachet. Yeah, no, I got that after the fact. I got you, Sylvan. Welcome in, Raiders. How are y'all? How is your stream liaison? Let me switch computers real quick to give you a shout out. But welcome in. How's everyone's day going? I hope everyone's doing great tonight. We're speed dating some Ghost. And now here's another time zone. How do I shout out? That's a thing. I swear I know how this technology works.
It did look super gross.
Ooh, Callisto. Good Zero. Hope you're having a good night. I am. Make sure I didn't miss anything. My night's going well. How are y'all? Raid. Okay.
Wow, what a ragdoll. That was silly.
Stop it.
That was very goofy. This isn't
Swapping
Shawshank.
cringe date stories. Yeah,
Right.
I was regaling everyone
He
earlier
was
with my
coughing pretty bad, so I'm sure it was super nasty.
with my poor dating stories. We are ghost dating. Getting a bit further along in the remake. It's been fun for sure. This game looks hilarious. It is adorable. Definitely like a fun little indie one. If you want something to play for like an hour, you can do each one of the little things in like an hour. It's fun. And the art is adorable. And a game, thanks for the shout out. Oh, of course. Don't worry about it. Thank you for the raid, though. And
Thank you.
speaking of thank yous, thank you both to Salty Roo and Volpine for the raids. I appreciate it so much. And Raiders,
Thank you.
for anyone not in the know, I am Ralph. I'm a variety streamer. Oh my god, and the bits. Thank you so much. Call him Bump, it's easier. Fair. Thank you. That one kind of hurt. But thank you all. Jagbu has the right idea. Salutes. As well as I don't get to use my raid one often because there's usually like nobody online by the time I'm done. But for those of you who don't know, I'm Ralph. I'm a variety streamer. We're doing a little special one today. We'll share with the class. Sylvan, I'm stupid. Please share. We're just some speed dating for ghosts. I got my nice date shirt on. Combed my hair before the stream. Although, this is doing all kinds of wild shit. Fox. Oh, okay. I had missed something. Oh my god, and more bits. Oh. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. And I really have to put time and energy into finding a better sound for the bits than the default one. Of or relating to a fox and cunning. Got ya. But we're on a date right now, just to catch everyone up. Get to take you on a date now, Ralph? Oh, of course. I'm an easy date, don't worry. Like I just want to go somewhere nice and quiet where we can talk and have a lovely time. Casually sleeping, but I'm on both. Okay. My mind had to catch up to that one. But, all in all, though, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for hanging out. And I truly do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, we were talking earlier about how I'm incredibly stupid. Oh, sing mode. I'm incredibly dumb when it comes to signals. I'm bad at... Bump is my hubby. Okay, that makes way more sense. I kind of assumed it, but I didn't want to assume. I had to think for a minute if there's a sound that goes on with sing mode. And I apologize for the singing. So we were talking about how I am terrible at picking up signals, even the most obvious ones. I've been told after dates that I apparently should have made moves and don't. Where are the voices coming from? The voices are in my head, but also far, far away. The voices calling out to me, it's saying, Vera, are you there? Is that a keyboard cat rat-a-tat-a emote? Holy shit, that's adorable. We're trying to reach Vera, dead on the 5th, November 1954. And then the other voice, the one that sounds so familiar, it says, where are you, Mom? Oh no, my daughter. I'm sorry. I'm glad you're enjoying this. I'm not a singer. I'm a bassist. Also, it's kind of rude to answer phone calls while you're on a date. What is even going on there? That was nice, Ralph. Thank you, Gruely. I appreciate it. I have to go. I have to find her. I understand. I'm sorry about this, hun. I just need to figure out what's going on here. I mean, contextually, it really seems like a seance, but who's to say? I don't know. I'm new at this whole ghost thing. You could come with me if you want it. I mean, that seems kind of personal. This seems too personal for a first date. Yeah, probably too personal. Thank you very much for coming out. Thank you for the raid and thank you for the bits. I greatly appreciate it and can't wait to hop in on the next stream you're on. Hopefully Dead Space keeps treating you well. You get a hearty salute from me. I hope you sleep well. We're not going to be going too much longer on our end either. Probably till the end of the state. How many dates with Ralph? Hold on, Sylvan. Give me a second, I'll make that into an actual poll. Quick, who knows how to make a poll? Ralph's not very good at things. To be fair, it is underutilized, hence why I don't know how to make a poll. Copy element and a paste. I said copy and paste. Nope, too much copy, not enough paste. Sylvan, it's really wigging me out that you forgot to put B in your comment. Or it's hidden underneath the reply thing. Too much copy, not enough paste. Okay, cool, I can stop singing now. New poll in the chat, check up above. I don't know why I sang that, I didn't have to. Also, too much copy, not enough paste. Why can't I vote more than once? You should be able to. I don't know. I don't understand this machine nor how it works. Everybody gets one. You made a decision, you live with it. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Another time then. Thanks for understanding. It was nice getting to know you. Just like that, your date with Vera ends before it begins. Now you're alone in the dark. Left to wonder what Vera heard and where she's headed. Aww. Only one person voted, and I'm assuming it's Sylvan, so thank you. I appreciate it. So, fun thing about me. For me personally, I don't actually like the idea of marriage. I think that it's a weird complication and a weird formality. For me personally, other people, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. You live it how you see fit and what makes you happy. But I think that about wraps it up for us, because I hear and appreciate your opinion, Ralph, but I'm gonna still put a ring on it. Hey, understandable. What's the joke? You love somebody enough that you want to bring the government into it. But yeah, no, it's 2:30. My voice is getting kind of ragged, so we're going to call it here. Actually, is anybody online? Because I think it would be a good idea to raid out, because I am thinking about it. And clearly that would be the right thing to do. My nose is itch. Oh, god damn it. How does Twitch work? Any of y'all know how Twitch work? Before we get going, actually, I'm gonna do a bunch of shout outs real quick because I don't see anybody live, so I'm going to try to be awesome and give some shout outs. Starting off first with Gruely. Wonderful, wonderful Gruely. One of the most humble Apex players out there. Is there no clip here? Is clip not in this? Clips? Clippity clip clip? Clippity clip? Nope, I'm sorry. Okay, alright, understand. Gruely's legit wonderful. Go hang out with Gruely. Once again, like, I cannot stress this enough, one of the best, like, most humble Apex players out there. Like, carried me for baby's first outing at Apex. I know plays with Sylvan and a bunch of other people all the time, and is always the most gracious person out there. And also, like, a great way to learn German, because I do not speak German, but Gruely is very understanding with fumbling through it. Speaking of, we're gonna give it one to Sylvan. Good old Sylvan.
Start from the first floor.
Oh.
Oh, I almost forgot. Something's a lockpick. Nice. You'd make better use of it.
Oh, Sylvan.
Sitting in the dining room, fatty.
Are you being mean to,
Thanks. I may
to an
need
ad with? You got an ad with a sub?
Something happens. Let's meet up in this hall.
Sylvan, you are not bashing Barry on of your clip. Sylvan, you are not bashing Barry on a clip of your stream on my stream. We love Barry here. Barry carries that team. Much like Gruely carried me. And one more for tonight. We're going to give a shout out to the always wonderful, always friendly, and always funny Zagboo. I said enter. I like Sylvan's
all
glasses.
over these poor girls, and there's
Oh wow, how old is this clip? Barry's fat ass is worth its weight in gold. Don't worry about it. Shout outs are wonderful. And once more, ancient Doki Doki. Oh no. And once more for Liaison for being so wonderful and trusting his audience with me.
Everybody here apparently hates my stomach.
Who's also playing.
I had to drink some Pepto a little while
Who's also
ago
playing Dead
because
Space, which has been wonderful.
I ate nachos with queso, shredded cheese, and salsa, which is normal, right? And I will never put cottage cheese on anything. Don't you guys even think about it. But regular toppings, and then also marshmallow.
Damn, I'm hungry. I actually don't like cottage cheese. I'm not a cottage cheese person. You have nice hair, but that hair was just freaking majestic. In the same vein, Sylvan, love the glasses. Like, also, you look good with longer hair, my dude. But anyway, we're getting out of here for now. Unfortunately, nobody's really on the raid, so. But we have my socials down here. You can find me on the TikTok for the videos, the Instagram for the photos, or the Twitter for the words. Or if you don't want to type all that out, you can find easily clickable links right there in the chat below. Which apparently my buttons didn't want to work for it. I am aggravated at that. But thank you all for coming. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the raids. I appreciate every last one of you, and I hope you all have a lovely week. We'll be back Thursday with more Dead Space, which, by the way, I actually downloaded. I did a little fucky wucky. I downloaded Dead Space for the Steam Deck to see how it ran, and may have accidentally did a whole second run where I beat it, and now I'm in New Game Plus more than halfway through the game. Because, like, while my back was hurting, I couldn't sit at my desk, so I was just kind of laying on the floor playing it on my Steam Deck. But, yeah, no. So, we got some fun Dead Space stuff. I also may or may not have paid $10 for the DLC to get cool costumes that we'll check out as well Thursday. But that's all in the future. I will catch you all later, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you again for being here. Also, I don't say it enough. Thank you, lurkers. You're all wonderful. I will catch you all next time.
Oh, I've been traveling down the road with no place to go, no place to go. Pockets filled with holes, money's running low. Truck is moving slow, and I keep growing old, 'cause I've been traveling